How do you find purpose and authenticity in sales? How do you not feel salesy and fake throughout the sales process? This is a question that so many people have asked me, especially women. When we start our business, we always put soul and heart in what we want to do. We always want to help people. But through this process, especially when it comes to sales, oftentimes we feel fake and unauthentic, and it kind of makes us question, why did I start all this? The whole point of me starting my business is to feel heart-centered, is to feel more authentic and feel real to helping people. And now I have to go through this sales process. And this is what I want to share with you today. I've been doing this for 20 years, selling. But I also love feeling purposeful, joyful, and authentic in my sales process. So I'm going to share with you how I do it, and I hope that this will benefit you in your sales journey. Before I get to how I do it, I still remember that when I just started selling and I was in an investment firm and I'm supposed to be selling investment services to founders of companies. And back then we had to do a lot of cold calling. So I was doing cold calls, and I'm a hard working person. So the moment I knew that I had to cold call, I knew it was a numbers game. So I would be setting goals for myself to make 100, 150 cold calls. I think I even did 200, not sure. That was a long time ago, but definitely 100 was one of my goals. And I'd be doing that till late at night and doing this over and over again. But I still remember distinctly one day I finished my cold calls. Obviously, I was feeling exhausted physically and emotionally. I got out of our high-rise building downtown Montreal. It was late at night. I was the last one to leave the office. I was feeling disappointed. I was disappointed with the results, but more importantly, I was not feeling connected to my heart. I was confused. I was wondering whether I should continue doing this. Shouldn't I be doing something else? And so I was late at night. It was kind of drizzly. It was cold and rainy, and I was wet. I was wearing this fancy suit, but feeling unauthentic. And I hated the feeling of unauthentic. I was okay with the failure because I knew I was young. I knew I didn't have a lot of experience, but I didn't like the feeling of unauthentic through this whole journey. Then when I was walking, I remembered how I started this sales journey. I remember when I was 15 and I started going to trade shows. I started going to trade shows when I was 15, helping my father. And I remembered the power of business. I remember the excitement of business. But more importantly, I remember speaking with potential clients and trying to create a solution for them. I remember how much I wanted to help people. And that was why I want to get into the world of business and sales. And when I started remembering that feeling when I was 15, helping people, finding creative solutions in business, I felt better in sales. And I remember that is why I was in sales, because I wanted to help more people. And there's nothing more powerful than trying to find solutions for people in sales, because when it comes to selling, it's about helping other people. It's about getting in front of your ideal clients and say, can I help you? I've got the solution. Can it be helpful to your business, to your life? And the moment I realized that the power of sales, or the whole notion of sales, is understanding your ideal clients and trying to find ways to help your clients, I felt so much better. And the weight I had in front of that high-rise building just lifted, and I realized there is a purpose to my life. Of course, there are many things I could do in my life, but I realized that if I continue to perfect my abilities to sell, to serve people, then that could be my purpose. That could be my life purpose of helping people find solutions, creating win-win solutions for people so that I improve their business and I improve their life. So in terms of sales, you can, if you're struggling with the notion of sales and you're struggling feeling authentic, first of all, you really need to, I would recommend you and highly encourage you to really dig deep and understand your perception of sales. If you're thinking of sales as trying to make that money, try to close that sale, try to have that transaction, then it is normal that you're going to feel unauthentic. Because if you're recognizing, if you're seeing sales as taking money from somebody, then of course you are going to feel unauthentic because you're taking things from people. But if you see sales, if you can see sales as creating a win-win situation where you are embarking on a project together, it could be, if you're a leadership coach, it could be embarking on transforming the leadership skills of an executive, and helping them lead better and transform the organization. And if you're a service provider, for example, if you're a marketing consultant and providing marketing services to big companies, you're helping them create marketing solutions and marketing campaign to help them attract more clients and close more sales. You are helping people. And the whole taking the money, basically the transaction of charging them for it will allow you, the charging people for your service allow you to help more people, because you're going to have a lifestyle that allows you to help more people in the long run in a more sustainable way. Obviously, if you're not charging people for your service, then you won't be able to continue doing this forever and ever and ever. So understanding sales, it's probably the fundamental mindset shift you need to talk to yourself about and continue to nurture that foundation, that perception days after days until it's really ingrained in you. I would recommend journaling, writing it down. How do I feel about sales? What is my current perception of sales? And if you want more guided kind of journaling or guided experience when it comes to understanding sales, make sure to go to my website. I should have a resource called 5-Day Big Sales Challenge that really help you go through that process we're going to be talking about too. But I've got some journaling prompt and a guidebook that allows you to write down these. I'm going to ask you some key questions. So it's almost like me working with you one-on-one to help you adjust your mindset, your perception of your sales. But that is the first thing. The moment I start seeing sales as helping people and serving my ideal clients, I feel more purposeful. And that's why I'm doing this, because I believe in having soul and heart in my business. So the last thing I want is creating a business where I'm going to continue to feel salesy. But now I feel purposeful, because right now I'm speaking with you and sharing everything I know. And I think that I can support and change the mindset of some women out there. And the moment I can change their mindset in sales, the power of sales that will bring to their business is tremendous, because sales is one of the most important skills for any entrepreneurs. Not only you need sales to attract clients, you also need your sales skills to attract talent. If you want to hire somebody who's extremely talented that could transform your organization, you got to sell them the potential of your business. Sales is amazing. It's fundamental when it comes to getting fundings. Eventually, when my business grows bigger and bigger, I might need people to invest in my business. And sales is the most important thing when it comes to the skill to get more people to fund my business. So basically, sales is one of the most important skill you need to have for any entrepreneurs. So my ability to share my knowledge in sales, help more people, and that's how I find purpose in sales. So when it comes to your business, this is the next step we're going to be talking about, is when it comes to finding purpose in sales, is to recognize that you're helping people, you're helping your clients. So the focus should be on your clients. A lot of times when we reach out to potential client and we get rejected, we start to think about ourselves. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe what I said was not right. Maybe me. There's a lot of conversation about or questions and fear about ourselves. But the moment we take that ego or the conversation about ourselves away and focusing on how can I help people better? Maybe how can I support people better? The reason people say no is because they don't have the need right now. If they don't have the need right now, maybe I should target better, right? Maybe I'm reaching out to people who do not have the need for my service. So I should focus on targeting and talk to people who have the need for my service. Or maybe they don't understand what I'm talking about. Maybe my messaging is not good enough. Then I can focus on shifting my message and improving my message to help my clients better. So the whole point is focus on my clients. If I can shift that conversation or shift my sales process to really serving, back to the first, understanding sales, serving my ideal clients and really focus on them, then I feel a lot more purposeful rather than, it's me and maybe I'm not good enough and all the, the self-sabotaging conversation I may be having with myself. And also, when it comes to sales, I always focus on building relationship. It's never about one-time deal for me. It's never about trying to close one-shot transaction. The moment you focus on closing one transaction, you lose the focus of really realizing that it is about building long-term relationship with your ideal client. This is especially important when you are going after corporate sales. When you are going after business clients, corporate clients, it is always about building relationships and long-term relationships, not a one-time transaction. The power of B2B sales, business to business sales, come from repeat business. Imagine working with a small number of big clients and over again. And that is when you stop having to constantly go after new clients, do the cold calls, do the LinkedIn outreach. The freedom or the thriving stage of your business is when you start to have repeat business and the clients recognize that you are the long-term partner and they're going to give you business over and over again. And then you can really focus on building your business and serving your ideal clients. So always recognize that it is about relationship. And when the moment you're recognizing that, hey, sales is about serving, it's about helping my clients, not me. It's got nothing to do with me. It's about helping my clients. And it's about building that long-term relationships. That's when I feel purposeful in sales. That's when I recognize that this is my calling in my life, is to help people and making sure that I can help them in a more sustainable, long-term way. I'm not trying to just get that one-shot deal and then that's it. So I hope this kind of experience supports you, can help you when it comes to creating the purpose in sales. And then also feeling more authentic, because a lot of times I talk to women, the not feeling authentic and feeling fake and salesy and pushy. It's probably one of the biggest challenge people have, and I get it. No one ever wants to feel fake in their lives. No one wants to feel this way. I mean, the whole perception of the used car salesperson is long gone. Life is too short to be feeling fake and salesy. Life should focus on feeling authentically you. And the first thing to really feeling authentic is, first, I want you to understand your value, your strength, and your uniqueness. To have the confidence, a lot of times we feel fake is because we don't feel confident enough. We're feeling that we are not being, our value is not there. When we go out there and present our value to our clients, we would only feel fake if we feel like we're not worth it. We don't, we cannot help our clients achieve their dreams. So the imposter syndrome might be one of the reasons, often the reasons why we feel fake. So before tackling the feeling of fake, I want you to really connect with your value and your the benefit of the service and your uniqueness. A lot of times people are gonna say, well, my competitors are already doing this. My clients, they're working with bigger companies. Why would they work with us? We are all unique. So I have a very unique way of talking, and a lot of my clients tell me this way. I'm very straight to the point. I'm not very, I don't, I'm not saying fluff, but I don't talk about a lot of other stuff. I like to be very analytical and very straight to the point, and that is the uniqueness of me. A lot of people prefer this way rather than, other ways of communication. So you have to recognize that you are unique, and your competitors, the moment you recognize the uniqueness of yourself, you recognize that you are an individual and no one else is like you no longer feel threatened by your competitors. So you have to understand your uniqueness. Again, like this kind of transition and understanding your strength, I also talk about it in our big mindset challenge. So if you want to dig deeper and take time to really figure that out, I really recommend you to check out my website. Go to my website, Women Making Big Sales, and find resources, and there it should have the 5-day sales challenge. And if you can find it, reach out to me, connect with me, and then I'll connect you with that specific challenge. And inside, I also encourage you to really understand your value and your uniqueness. And once you recognize, you truly accept how unique it is, how unique you are, this is when you can start to be authentic, good and bad. Share your story and your passion with people, and then accept yourself is your first step to being authentic. A lot of times we're very critical of our failures before, but when we're critical of our failures and we cannot accept our past failure, that is when we start to worry about whether we're good enough, can we really help our people, help our ideal clients, and the imposter syndrome start to creep up. But for me, as a salesperson, I accept every single failure I've encountered as a salesperson. I've made so many mistakes in terms of messaging, speaking with my ideal clients, being too salesy, not being salesy enough sometimes, being too pushy sometimes. I look back and say, oh my God, I was just slightly too pushy in certain situations. Or looking back and say, oh, if I just pushed a little bit, maybe I can really encourage this person to start working with me. But every single failure is the growth lesson for me, and I have to accept it and share that with people. And that's when you're authentic. That's when you're authentic in sales. When a client tell you, "Can you achieve something?" Be authentic to tell them that this is what I can achieve, and these are the things that these are the other outside factors that might affect our sales. So being honest for me. Being honest and authentic is so key in terms of sales. Communicate with our clients in terms of things we can do and things we cannot do. Because we cannot be everything to everybody. And that's another stage when it comes to authenticity, is you're unique and this is what you can do, and own it, and don't try to be everything to everyone. This is a lot of times, this is what I notice with business owners when we are trying to go after corporate clients. Sometimes we try to do everything for our clients because our big clients, they're asking a lot. So if they wanted us to be this, we must be this. But the moment we embrace our uniqueness, the moment we recognize that this is our superpower and I want to focus on my superpower, then we're no longer everything for everybody. We start to become very focused in terms of our marketing and sales message and our target, and we know who we're serving, and that's when we become authentic. So authentically embracing who you are, your product, your service, and your superpower, and that is when you start to feel more authentic in your sales process. So the honesty of to accepting yourself, the honesty to tell your clients what you can do, what you cannot do, that's when you start to feel more authentic in sales. At least that's how I feel. I hope these strategies help you feel that way. But for me, when I feel authentic, is authentically accept my past story, the failures I've had, and also the success. I've had some great success, and to accept them and share my story, my real story with you and the lesson learned. And that is how I feel purposeful and authentic in sales process. And I've been able to really focus on creating products that can help people, creating service to help people. And I truly believe that the service we provide can transform people, can help people shift their mindset in sales, feel more supported, have a community to support them, and also a simple strategies to help them go after corporate clients. And these are the things that makes me feel authentic and feel more purposeful. So things are always changing. Just remember, this process takes time. It's an ongoing process. Some days you're going to feel good. Some days you're not going to feel as good. And I've had a lot of times I don't feel as good. And then let it simmer. I go watch my Netflix or watch whatever TV I have to watch and just give it 24 hours, or sometimes it depends on the severity of the situation. Sometimes I only need a couple of hours or an hour walking around and I'll feel better. Sometimes I need 24 hours to just kind of simmer and get myself back on track, but it is okay. It's that, a lot of times continue to feel authentic and purposeful is continue to go back to this self practice. The practice of understanding and accepting that sales is about serving and helping people, and really continue to force yourself to take your ego and that conversation with yourself, force yourself, stop having that kind of self-sabotaging conversations, but have productive conversations about how you can serve your clients, and focus on building relationships, long-term relationships with clients. These are the practice that should be ongoing and continue to grow, continue to know that, hey, I'm here to learn, improve. And I'm here to embrace who I am. And those are the steps to help me personally feel more authentic and feel purposeful in sales. And I hope these tips help you feel more purposeful. You have a purpose in life. And what you do, especially sales, is to help you really get in front of the person you want to serve, have those conversations, and challenge you to do better in helping these people, because you're building an empire. And there's nothing more powerful than getting right in front of your clients, understanding what they want, keep improving your service and product, and creating an amazing service product for your ideal clients, and create that win-win situation that will give you the financial freedom you've always desired. I hope it is this episode can serve you, help you, maybe a few tips to really transform your mindset. As I mentioned, there will be more in-depth kind of worksheet that you can download. I'll also make sure to kind of put the link somewhere here so that you can use it to support your business, to help with your business. That's it for today, and I look forward to talking to you next time. Bye.